Hey, Morgan SLV here. Today's date 4/15/2011. Gold 1486. Silver 4276. You know, what a move by silver. You know, once again, we have to remind ourselves that these prices are priced in what? Fiat currency, right? So, you know, I have to reiterate the fact that I am looking for the silver to real estate ratio to close before I'm starting to get out of my silver investment, or at least a bulk of it. And you know, I'm not going to pretend that I have an unlimited supply of silver. I don't. I'm going to have to use a very sharp pencil and really pay attention, and hopefully, you know, what I've done will help me out through the rest of my life and my children's. You know, Mike Maloney says this. You know, that if your investment, you know, if you're investing, say, in gold and silver, you know, price means nothing, right? Because you're talking about pricing it in a devaluing situation where the dollar just continues to get devalued, gets beat up every time the stimulus, you know, they come out with the QE2. I heard they're talking about QE4 already. Okay, talking about QE4. What does that do to the price of what does that do to the purchasing price of your dollar? So once again, don't pay attention to necessarily just to the price in dollars. Pay attention to what your investment can actually buy you. If your home goes up in price, I have so many people I talk to are so stuck on the fact that I don't know where they come up with this arbitrary, in 2 years, man, you know, we've hit bottom. In 2 years, you know, things are going to start taking off. I don't know where they get this. You know, I asked one guy the same question. We went back and forth. I've told you about my boss. Bottom line is, I said, look, in order for home prices to go up, fundamentals have to be there. Like people having jobs, people not getting laid off, people you know, look at the unemployment, look at the inflation all over the planet, and you're telling me homes are going to go up? Where's the fundamentals for that? They aren't there. Take a look at this. If your home is, say, 100,000, let's just use a round number, 100,000, and it sticks at 100,000, let's just say it never drops below 100,000, but everything else around that home goes up. Tires for the car, oil, gas, energy, electricity, and everything else, clothing, right, food, everything else goes up, yet your house stays at its even 100,000. It's declining in value, isn't it? Priced in other things. So you really have to pay attention to that. You have to get your mind around that. It's going to be a really short video today, just getting this out there. The Dow Index divided by gold, the mean is 4 ounces. In other words, that would have been your even keel, your mean. Say over the last 50 years, 75 years, right? Bottom line is this. You know, we went all the way up to, like, I think it was 44 ounces of gold to the Dow. So in other words, it took 44 ounces to buy the Dow. Now the bottom line is this, is that since 2000, that is headed towards its mean, and I believe right now we're at like 8 ounces of gold. However, this time around, the bubble is much worse. The real estate bubble and the crisis that's going on is much worse than the last time we went through all this crap, or a similar event. And he says it's probably going to go past the mean. In other words, dip below the mean for a short period, and he sees probably a 1-to-1 ratio, possibly a tenth. So in other words, gold being maybe 10 times the Dow for a short period of time. And so those are some of the things that he's talked about. The other thing I like is the fact that he said if anybody tells you they can pick the peak of gold and silver, right, and sell right at the peak, they're lying to you. He goes, what we're going to do, he said, we're going to sell around the peak, you know, both fore and aft, and to get the value out of their metals. And I think that's a real good idea. I think I'm going to be out long before that. You know, I'm not trying to necessarily hit a home run, but I'd like to get a triple. You know what I'm saying? With my little investment. So once again, if your investment, whatever it is priced in dollars, you need to really watch out, because dollars, you know, are a sinking ship. All right, joke of the day. See if I can remember this one. Little girl wakes up from breakfast, and you know, she's high school age, and she's really upset, and sits down at the breakfast table, and Mom says, "What? You know, why are you so upset, honey?" "Well, I had a really bad dream." "Well, what was the dream about?" "I had a dream that the barn burned down and my horse, my little pony, you know, died in the fire." She said, "Honey, look right out the kitchen window. You can see the barn over there. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Just head off to school." Well, as fate would have it, the very next night she had another bad dream. This time she was quite upset. Once again, she sits down at the breakfast table and Mom says, "You know, honey, what's the matter?" "Well, I had another bad dream." "Well, what's wrong?" "Well, you know, the car that you and Daddy bought me for my 16th birthday, you know, I had a dream that it got stolen. And, you know, I have no car." And they said, "Honey, look right out the window. You can see the driveway there. You can see your cars in the driveway. Everything is okay. Don't you worry about it. Just head off to school. Everything will be all right." Next morning, she is way more upset, visibly shaken. She sits down at the kitchen table. Mom says, "Honey, what happened? Another bad dream?" "This dream was the worst of all. I had a dream that Daddy died." She said, "Honey, look in the living room right there. He's putting on his shoes. He's getting ready to go to work. Everything is just normal. You just go off to school and have a great day." So she packs up her books, heads out the front door. What does she see on the front lawn? The mailman, sprawled out, dead of a heart attack. Morgan SLV out.